Oh, hey, West Knitters. I'm just hanging this shawl on the wall. This is my Chevron Shenanigans, and I love this pattern because once you make it, you want to knit it again and again and agains. This is made with Ching fiber yarn in 5 colors. Just a little summertime small shawlette. No, this is a large schlanket version to the max. It's super huge. It's like a dragon wing crashing a garden party. It's so luscious. It starts with Sunflower Maize, which is a really creamy vanilla speckle from Ching Fiber with these wine and burgundy specks. And that's fading into one of my favorite colors that Ching Fiber does, is Siren. It's this really moody, murky, kind of foresty green, but it has the vanilla moments in it, so it blends really well with lighter colors. But you can take it into more saturated colors like Cha-Cha. That's a bit more evergreen, ferny, yeah, more saturated. So if you're at a garden party and the dragon comes along and you're done chit-chatting, you just blend with the ferns and you're safe until that dragon scorches you with fuchsia flames. This goes into the final Okinami color. It's like a black, but with this glimmery teal splash to it. It's really cool. It's really smoky, but yeah, it reads as black, but it has this teal bit to it. So I love that it has a moment of color, but yeah, it's just like the darkest you can get. So this is 5 colors. You can do it any size you want. It starts top down. So here, the I-chord beginning is the same beginning as Exploration Station in dotted rays, if you've made those from me before. And with increases and short rows, you get that large shape. This is a bit more high contrast, really light, a vanilla, beigey light, and then it starts to get quite dark. So you have more stripes, which I really like in the chevrons. But yeah, it's a bit more punchy, a little less washy fadey. But again, Ching fiber yarns, there's colors like smoke, and it's like an in-between color. So it bounces against the black and gets real contrasty, but that vanilla beigey, I think this is the oyster color, little pinky beige color, makes it a bit more warm. Yeah, I love that interplay of colors. And if you know me, you know that 5 colors is like baby steps for me. So I have to make my 20 color versions because more is more, less is a bore, with lots of stripes. And when you're working with these kinds of projects, there's just no rules. Like if a color doesn't go, like this blue, royal blue moment, great, just do it as a 2-row stripe and then add more colors to get like more of that friction, and yeah, it's like music starts to happen. So they don't even have to be all the same weight. This is fingering weight yarn, but there's some sport weight, there's some lace weight mohair, there's even a little DK weight. I don't care, I love the color, so I threw it in there. And I worked from my collection, so I love to try to stash bust and use all my yarn, but that just leads to me getting more yarn. Like this little lavender pop, I got a whole new ball of yarn to do that 2-row stripe. That's okay with me. And then I had leftovers to put that color in other projects. So if you have a stash and collection to burn through and like just bust for these scrappy projects, it's so fun because every little stripe is like a memory from past projects. You're gonna need a bigger project bag for that. This is my little travel bag with all my pops. So I put all my favorite little bits, and you can just like grab blindly. Like, oh, okay, yellow. I'm gonna start with that. This is a tweedy wool that Nancy Marchant gave me. So it's vintage. It's from like the 80s. They don't make this yarn anymore. It's like a discontinued Shetland wool with like party pop tweed specks. So that's a little different from all the superwash yarns. So great, throw it in there and embrace the diversity of fibers and textures. If you're going that far, like go even further and put some fuzz. This is Ching Fiber's Melted Baby Surrey Alpaca, super soft. It's alpaca fluff, but it's like wrapped around a silk and wool tiny thread. So that silk is really shiny, gives a saturation to the colors, and then the fluff makes it really soft. You can put some speckles, I love this coral. Those two are bouncing real nice off of each other. But then I like to do a big flash. And also something really dark. Never underestimate the power of like navy blue or black, because they give like power contrast lines to your projects. And weave in your ends as you go. I always recommend doing that. Weave in your ends as you go, or just say no, okay? Just have a lion's mane around you at all times. Ferocious. Cool. So I hope you have some springtime inspiration from these projects. If you've made it, you can share it on Instagram with hashtag Chevron Shenanigans, or I'll put a link to Ravelry where you can get the pattern for some springtime knitting. All right, have fun and keep on knitting, kittens. Bye. Ooh, lion. Fringe.